My name is Viviana Guzman, and this is my story, from Bodycasts to the stages of the world. I was born in Concepcion, Chile, and I was the worst case in Chile in that I was never supposed to walk. I was born with a congenital bilateral hip dislocation, which means that in a normal socket you have the femur and the socket. I had no socket whatsoever, so it took 11 surgeries throughout my whole life to create the proper sockets so that I could walk. My doctors said that I was the worst case, and they encouraged my parents to move to the States to get better medical treatments for me. I basically grew up in body casts and wheelchairs and crutches, and during my time in the body cast, all I could do was study, and I was always very good in school because of that. Or if they turned me over on the hospital gurney, I could play the piano. So that's how my music started, and I always have said that music really healed my life, because it was through music that I found the consolation and the expression, and was all combined within the music. I got my first flute when I was about 9, and I won my first competition as a flutist when I was 13, and I ended up going to the Aspen Music Festival on full scholarship. I won a contest, but it was the Juilliard Summer School, so it really encouraged me at a very young age to get very serious with the classical music. The next year I practiced really hard so that I could win again, and I ended up winning again and again, and 5 years in a row I won that same fellowship to study at the Aspen Music Festival. And they continued to give me the fellowship for a whole 10 years, so I went from the time I was 13 to 23. Because of that training, I ended up then feeling like I needed to go to Juilliard, and so I auditioned, and thankfully I got in because I only auditioned for Juilliard. And that's when my stay in New York started, and I was exposed and studied with Jean-Pierre Rampal and with James Galway. I was a student of Julius Baker. So as a result of the fact that I was born with dislocated hips and was never supposed to walk, and have had 11 surgeries to overcome it all, I really believe that what has helped me through the whole period was a very strong dedication to discipline. I think that if we just focus on even 10 minutes a day on something, in a week, or in a year, it just becomes several hours, and very quickly. And we don't even realize the growth. And so the importance of discipline, I think, is key to living a successful life, I think. And also, I've always tried to maintain my thoughts as positive as possible, because if you get depressed or negative, and then it's just hard to do anything. But if you try to stay positive, it just really enhances our experience of life, and it also becomes a great motivation for others. We are all given struggles, and it's important to find a creative way or a creative solution out of our difficulties and turn them into gifts and pearls of wisdom for the future. So my name is Viviana Guzman, and my website is vivianaguzman.com.